judging this whole place called Kingdom, okay, because really it's just a mess, okay. It's time, man, it's time for these people to go down, it's time for the kingdom to come, okay? Okay? It's time for these high places to get charged, man. Okay, for these higher ups, for these elites, okay? Because with them it will go over to all these different other people, okay? That you see day to day. Not saying that they're all pure and things like that, but you know, there's a reason why the scripture says it's easier for a camel to go over a needle mountain than to enter to the kingdom. That's just fact. Okay, look at these people, man. Sitting in their warm car, looking at somebody who is actually in nature making a video, man. What is that, man? Okay. Only cave people would look as if they saw a ghost, man. Okay. And actually, they are the ones posting nature videos on Instagram tomorrow. How beautiful nature is, okay, from their phone, not in real nature. Okay. They post it from their phone. Okay. Verse 6. For mercy will soon pardon the meanest, but mighty man shall be mightily tormented. For he which is Lord over all shall fear no man's person, neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness. For he hath made the small and great, and carried for all alike. But a sore trial shall come upon the mighty. Unto you therefore, kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away. Exactly, you know, it's not like, oh, you know, this is some meaningless judgment, some horrible meaningless judgment that comes to everybody and things like that. And for no reason, for no sense and things like that. No, it's a test, you know. Like everybody's tested, like we was reading. The small and the great will be tested, and both is him, his creation, I mean. So it will not be some senseless judgment. It will be a test. Okay, especially for those who are in positions where they have more control. Okay, they will be tested the more. It's just like if you are a so-called believer and you are some teacher, or you call yourself teacher. Okay, it's the same thing. You will be kind of like what is it? Yeah, the better you have to teach, or the harder you will be judged for what you say. Okay, because there are people trusting in the fact that what you say is 100% true, sometimes without even looking it up themselves, just because they call you their teacher. Okay, so if we say the elders and apostles, we know that of course they have the truth and things like that. But of course we also have to look up things on our own, but we understand that first and foremost, if they teach on something, they are sure about it. Okay, we can rely on that, we can trust that. Okay, it's not like we have to bring facts against them or something, which is not possible either. Okay, so the reason why we do camp outside is because, okay, we prophesy to the wind and we want to reach the people, okay? And you can't reach the people if you are at home all day, okay, doing lessons in the internet, okay, which this is also the internet, of course, but I hope you can understand that. Okay, sometimes you have to go out, okay, not just teaching from inside and things like that. Okay, and I don't call myself a teacher, but you see, we do so-called lessons because that much videos we do and that much, you know, gatherings we do. You have to call it lessons at some point, because you have different categories, okay, and it's just a lesson. Then it doesn't mean if you say lesson, oh, I'm a teacher. That isn't the meaning of it. Verse 10. For they that keep holiness holily shall be charged holy, and they that have learned such things shall find what to answer. Wherefore set your affection upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. Wisdom is glorious and never faded away. She is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. She prevented them that desire her, in making herself first known unto them. Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his doors. Exactly, you know. People think, oh, it will not help you in any way, anyway, if you are a truth speaker, so to speak, or a truth seeker. But the truth to it is, it will help you even to the point where these people beg for their life, but in the end they will not be saved, but you will, okay? This is how it will help you in the end, okay? So it's not about what you just think about it. You have somebody, oh, you are in the truth, but nothing happened yet. But really, they just don't want to admit that everything is happening right now. Okay, you see. Like that MO3B, okay, is basically working in the background a lot. Okay, you have the dirt row coming quickly, like the scripture says. You have yeah, these last two prophecies, basically, you know, the war and the MOTB. Okay, this is the last two prophecies. Okay, so things are happening right now. Okay, they just don't want to see it. Okay, because they are in fear. Maybe they are in a situation where they have to admit to the people that they hate so much. Okay, but they have to get used to that, because it will be the case where the elect will be so much uplifted. Okay, where you have nothing or anything like that. Okay, where you have to admit to yourself that you was basically lying to yourself, and you was really in a bad situation all the time. Okay, but you trusted in witches. What are really no witches, of course, like we talked about it, but like the scripture says, suddenly these witches will have wings and fly away. That is also a beautiful verse, because really there are witches also that can fly away, right? We have once the kingdom is implemented here, you will have no war or thieves, okay, trying to steal, you know, your things, and fire, okay, that burns up your witches, and you have nothing of that shit, okay, or Salahia for my French, but earthquakes that devour your witches, or you have many examples, okay, death that waits for your door and you no longer can profit from that. These are all risks what you have to take, okay, in this war time, and really soon it will not be a matter anymore. Okay. Oh, what if somebody steals my bank account? Exactly. Even if you go to the police, maybe it will not be the case that they can rescue your money. So one way or another, you are basically in a bad situation already, trying to save money in this world time or in this kingdom, which is which gives you some kind of feeling that you got some, but really it deceives you because really you got nothing. Okay, look how the scripture compares this world time to the next world time. Okay, talks about as a trap compared to a sea. So is this life compared to everlasting. Okay, what is that, man? Okay, let me real quick. Let me real quick my nose, you know. Let me real quick fix that. Okay, what is this life compared to everlasting life? Okay. Okay, for example, like the cold it is right now, for example, okay? Just imagine, you wanna die of getting, freezing, okay? You're making a holiday in, I don't know, Antarctica, you know, somewhere. You know, you're doing biology and, you know, your studies, so-called, science, so-called. Just to tell lies to the people, oh, this is such and such years old, million years old. Okay, no. For example, you wanna do good photos of ice cubes. In the end, you die of a freezing death, a freeze death, or how you call it, or temperature death. Yahweh is the one who can save you from all of that, you know? Somebody is all of a sudden there, you know, that lives there and picks you up because you was falling from the you was falling from the big stone there, and you was breaking your leg and nobody was there, for coincidence, of course, you know. But somebody sees you all of a sudden. Okay, you think it's coincidence, but really it was Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who doesn't want you to be dead. So it's not a how question, how he can save you or how he will save you. It's more if he will, if he wants to save you. It's a won't question, not a if and how. It's not a if can, it's not a how he, it's a does he want to. Okay. Maybe you will be one who will be beamed up by an angel, man, to the UAPs, man, UFOs. Okay. How beautiful is that, man? Being beamed up by an UFO, man. UFO. How great is that, man? Maybe you will be in a bad situation. You think like, oh, how can I do this, man? And then angel appears, you know, in the last days, of course, okay, where we in right now, okay. The angel appears and brings you out of that situation. How beautiful is that? But that angel doesn't move on his own, okay? Yahweh gives the command, and that angel will suddenly be there to save you. It's not like he has to, you know, turn on his power on his vehicle and has to wait until it can work and things. No, okay, it works when it is commanded to work, man. Okay, because even technology is on the command of Yahweh Hashem Shai. So basically, like the scripture says, Yahweh can do what he wants. Okay. There are 2 times where I saw some wild creature walking down the street on Germany, man. One time it was a wolf walking down the street. A father with his child sees the wolf and thinks like, this is crazy, okay, what does a wolf here? Then he walks around Lidl, you know, which is a grocery store here in Germany, a main grocery store. You even have it in Austria. I believe, okay, it's called Lidl. I don't know, okay, but at least you have it in Austria also. I don't know about France or so, but you have it there. And in Switzerland, I believe you have something. Yeah, you have also Lidl, I believe. Anyway, okay, our original wolf from the forest itself, man. Okay, walking down the street like you know, like some zoo or something, you know, some wild animal zoo. Okay, looking maybe for his family or her family. Okay, walking down the street, not even interested in the man with his child. Okay, 10 meters from them, walking down the street. Then takes a little break, stops there, then walks next to the Lidl, and then he goes away, walks away. This was one. Then you have another video from an wild pig, man. Okay, a pig, you know, that is also from the forest here in Germany, in Austria, in Switzerland. Okay, I don't know about France, but in Europe it's a very common animal from the forest, a common wild animal from the forest. Okay, also in America, I believe. Okay, it's just like a pig, but not pink. Okay, it's brown with hair, much hair. Okay, and much, you know, horns on the mouth, and you know, just like a pig, but more the wild and the predator way. Okay, because a pig actually is not so much predator, it's just a pig eating trash. Okay. And if you look on the data how fast this thing is walking or how fast the thing can run and things like that, you clearly see it's a wild animal, man. And you have back in the dinosaurs time, you had a giant wild pig, I believe, also, you know, giant wild pig that was able to kill I don't know, some other dinosaurs, you know, big dinosaurs. That was maybe 3 or 4 humans tall. Okay, that's a really big wild pig, man. Okay, but you have, I believe, even skeletons of that, I don't know. You have to look that up there. Type in Google giant wild pig, and wild pig is not the first translation to the word I'm looking for. Okay, there's another term for these wild pigs. Okay, first you have to look up the first mentioned term there in Google Translator. Okay, it's some kind of term that doesn't come to mind right now. But it's a wild pig, as I said. Okay, it's also a translation that is usable. Also a translation that you can use. Wild pig, but you know, you had the dinosaur wild pig basically. And you had that wild pig, man. Okay, not a dinosaur, but a normal wild pig, you know. A really wild beast, man. You had that in the subway station, man, running around, man, in Germany. Okay, and these videos are videos from just 1 week that I saw last week, man. Okay, so I believe it's even Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, wild beasts with teeth created for vengeance, man. Okay, newly created. Okay, a wild pig is not newly created, a wolf also not, but you know where it goes, you know. Talking about wild beasts created to punish the wicked. You know, the scripture is on point, man. Okay, so guess what happens if you put 10 wild pigs on that subway station and maybe just 1, 2 or 3 people? Okay, or what happens if you put 5 or 10 of these wolves on that street having no food 1 week? What happens then? You still believe that wolf just walks around the street friendly? You really believe that? No. Okay, it will be punishing the wicked to death, man, in many cases. Okay. So these things are here to show us, okay, that everything has a counteraction to it, man. No matter if you do wicked or good, it will always come back to you in the end, you know. What is it that I'm doing here? Doing a good work, man, teaching the gospel, okay, which is a good work. You don't think this nearly 1 hour video, what I do, doesn't bring me treasures or will stack up my treasures more in the kingdom? Don't you think? Okay, it's just a normal reaction to things, you know. What you think will happen if you go to the forest right now? Okay, there's a forest not far from here called the Black Forest. What if you go there right now putting trees on fire for no reason, okay? Eventually you will be imprisoned, okay? But there's some really rare bird flying over us. Okay, I never saw this bird so near to me. Okay, he was directly above me. I wish I had that moment back then when I had my camera still and was early up in the morning, 5 o'clock or something a.m. trying to get good shots on, for example, also this bird, because they are really rare. I wish I had that perspective. Now he's again flying here. Okay, really beautiful bird. Oh, more than just one actually. I don't know what he's looking for, but you hear him maybe. Okay, really rare bird. You don't see that all day directly above you. There are more of him or of that species. Okay. Verse 11. Wherefore set your affection upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. Wisdom is glorious and never faded away, yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. She prevented them that desire her, in making herself first known unto them. Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his doors. To think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care, for she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, sheweth herself favourable unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in every thought, for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline. And the care of discipline is love. And love is the keeping of her laws, and giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. And incorruption maketh us near unto God, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to her kingdom. Okay, so in the end you had ancient kings. These ancient kings were not coming out of the sea or something like some sea creature, okay? They first had wisdom to establish something, and eventually it became a kingdom, okay? And this is what the scripture is talking here about. Verse 21, if you delight be then in thrones and sceptres, ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore. As for wisdom, what she is and how she came up, I will tell you, and will not hide mysteries from you, but will seek her out from the beginning of her nativity, and bring the knowledge of her into light, and will not pass over the truth. Neither will I go with consuming envy, for such a man shall have no fellowship with wisdom. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people. Receive therefore instruction to my words, through my words, and it shall do you good. Yeah, exactly. You know. But I think I will close it here, because this was the main point of the lesson here. Okay. And also, I believe it to be a very beautiful lesson. Okay, we don't want to overly go off topic. I hope it was not the case at all that I went off topic.